Welcome to the X-Ladder, fellow seekers of hidden truths. Today we dive deep into the enigmatic philosophy of Arthur Schopenhauer. A thinker whose ideas have often been misunderstood, but who offers profound insights for those who dare to look beyond the surface. Schopenhauer's philosophy centers around a concept that resonates deeply within the esoteric traditions: the will. To Schopenhauer, the will is not just a philosophical force, it is the primal energy that drives all existence. He linked it to the strong blind man carrying on his shoulders the intellect, a weak but sighted man. The will is the tireless cause behind all manifestation, the force that shapes reality itself. In esoteric terms, the will can be seen as the raw, untamed energy of the universe, the chaotic yet creative force that gives birth to all things. But here is where it gets fascinating. The will, in its blind pursuit of life, often leads us into suffering. It compels us to act, to desire, to strive, but all too often without wisdom. This is why Schopenhauer saw life as a form of suffering, a manifestation of the blind will to live, an echo of ancient teachings that view the material world as a place of illusion and suffering, much like the concept of Maya in Hinduism or the demiurge in Gnosticism. Schopenhauer believed that the intellect, although weaker than the will, holds the key to liberation. In the esoteric traditions, it is akin to the struggle between spirit and matter, light and darkness. The intellect, when it gains supremacy over the will, transforms the individual. This is not just a philosophical concept. It is a spiritual alchemy, a transmutation of the base elements of human nature into something divine. In the state of genius, according to Schopenhauer, the intellect rises above the will, allowing reason to guide one's life instead of blind impulse. This mirrors the esoteric path of enlightenment, where the initiate seeks to overcome the lower desires, represented by the will, and ascend the higher state of consciousness. Schopenhauer's apparent pessimism is often misunderstood. He viewed life as a misfortune, a constant struggle driven by the will. But for those on the esoteric path, this is not a call to despair. It's a profound truth that aligns with ancient teachings. Life is a manifestation of the blind will. It is full of suffering because it is rooted in the desire and attachment. The esoteric traditions tell us that liberation comes through the conquest of these lower forces, much like Schopenhauer's concept of nirvana, the subjugation of the will. In his view, the true wisdom lies in recognizing the futility of the endless cycle of desire and striving for a state of detachment. This is the essence of esoteric teachings, where the ultimate goal is to transcend the material world and unite with the divine. Schopenhauer believed that the true philosopher resists the will's urge to reproduce, recognizing the wisdom of death. This might sound morbid, but in esoteric terms, it represents the cycle of death and rebirth, of overcoming the lower self to be reborn into a higher state of being. It is the same principle found in the mysteries of ancient Egypt, where the initiate dies to their old self and is reborn as a purified soul. This process of overcoming the will, resisting the blind urge to perpetuate suffering, is aiming to the alchemical death, the dissolution of the ego, so that the true self, the divine spark within, can emerge. If you found yourself drawn to these ideas, you are likely on your own journey of seeking hidden truths. Schopenhauer's philosophy, while steeped in apparent pessimism, offers a gateway to profound esoteric wisdom, It invites us to transcend the blind will and elevate our minds to a state of divine understanding. If this resonates with you, I encourage you to delve deeper into these teachings, to explore the connections between philosophy and esotericism, and to join me in uncovering the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of our everyday existence. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode where we dive into the hidden truths of our world and beyond. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. How do you perceive the battle between the will and the intellect? Let's continue this journey together. Until the next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, keep uncovering hidden truths, and don't forget that the knowledge is out there for the discovery of the few.